What's up, guys? How's it going? We've got a couple more minutes until we're gonna get going on this recipe. Couple of notes. One, Freddie has moved on from making soup. He's now a cookie chef. Are you a baker? What you got there? What are you making?
A turkey.
A tootsie?
Cookies.
Oh yeah. What's that?
What are those, Freddie? Preschools.
Sprinkles.
Oh man, you blew all your sprinkles on that one cookie. So a couple things. If you look in the story and the recipe, it talks about romaine and how much I love using romaine for this. That is still true, but I went to the store and, I mean, we're all in this together. Hey, they were out of romaine. I went ahead and got iceberg. I'm going for texture here. I thought iceberg would be a really nice substitute for the romaine in this recipe. But I also said any lettuce that you like. So iceberg. Another thing we're going to use is this Katz brand vinegar. This is a Zinfandel vinegar from Katz in California. This is something we use in the restaurants. You'll see it on a lot of restaurant shelves in Portland. If you go to like Ava Jean's or Tusk, they have a lot of it. All of their salads use this. And you can get this at Real Good Foods. An online order is the best way. They are doing curbside pickup. And I believe in my story I have a picture with the link to the Real Good Foods Instagram account. That should have all their information. Any questions about that, I'll try and answer it after the show. Let's see. Other than that, we are working. There should be a YouTube channel up, which we will post about, which will have all the videos, the recipes, and that'll have everything in its entirety. Let's see, 6 o'clock, so let's go ahead and get going. We're gonna make Cobb salads. For tonight's Cobb salad, we're going mostly classic, nothing too crazy. One of the things I'm gonna do with the chicken, so a Cobb salad, a couple of things it has to have in my opinion. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. You made a sandwich cookie. A couple of things it has to have in my opinion: blue cheese, some sort of hard or medium boiled egg, chicken, bacon, avocado, and tomato. And so you can play with those a little bit. We're gonna do the iceberg. Out of the Pigeon cookbook, I'm gonna make the BCD, which is the blue cheese dressing. So we're gonna dress our lettuce with that BCD, and that's kind of gonna be, this is gonna be kind of like a churched up Pigeon butter lettuce salad. We're gonna take the tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, and we're gonna macerate them or marinate them in some, kind of get them a little bit more flavorful. We're gonna pickle some red onions so we can add a little bit of ingredient to our pantry, as well as get a little bit more flavor out of the onion. Avocado, we're not doing anything with that. And then one of my favorite things to eat is from New Seasons, actually. It's a Parmesan crusted chicken breast. And about 6 years ago, I was going through some life changes, and I would come home and Hannah, my wife, would cook dinner, and I remember the most fondly the dish being this Parmesan and breaded chicken cutlet. So I thought it would be a great thing to make and add to the Cobb salad night. So let's go ahead. The first thing we're gonna do, because we have to get it hot, is we're gonna pickle the red onion. And I just have one onion here. And I'm just gonna cut it in half. I cut both the root and the tip off. And then I cut it in half. I'm going to lose this one layer. And I went ahead, I'm trying to streamline this process and keep these videos under an hour. So back here on my stove, I have red wine vinegar, a little bit of water, sugar, salt. We're going to bring that up to a boil. And the reason we're doing these first is because I'm going to cook them and get them pickled, cool them down, and by the time we're done, they should be cool enough to eat for dinner. And then in a Tupperware, these are going to last for a long time in your stove or in your refrigerator. And this is definitely something, if you're cooking along, do this now because this is what we're doing. But if you're looking at this recipe and you're thinking, I want to make this on Friday or on the weekend or something, do these onions at any point. They're only going to get better in the refrigerator. There we go.
Can I make some more?
What do you need?
More flour.
More flour.
Yeah, there's plenty in there. Just mix it around. So my liquid's coming up to a boil on the back. I've got my onions cut. I gave you guys the recipe for these eggs, and I went ahead and did them ahead of time and cut them in half. 10 minutes in simmering water. I went ahead and used this same pot too. So I just used this pot to cook eggs, rinsed it out, and then we're back into it with the vinegar. Helps with not so many dishes. We're going to do the same thing with one of our pans for the chicken and the bacon. That way we don't have so many dishes. And then my technique and trick for doing hard-boiled eggs is, you're going to hear a million different things if you ask a million different chefs. I like to drop them right into the simmering water. I go 10 minutes to get this real slightly soft yolk. For a true hard boil, I go 14. And for a soft boil, like the egg that you're going to see at Canard with the trout roe, that's a 7-minute. But this is perfect for a Cobb salad. And then you peel it under, cool it down in ice water and peel it under hot water. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, while we're pickling our onions, is we're going to go ahead and bread these chicken cutlets. Gabriel's New Season's chicken cutlet. So this is a 3-stage breading process. Very standard move. You've got flour, egg wash, this is 3 eggs beaten with a 1/4 cup of water. And then you've got panko breadcrumbs. We've mixed in our spices, mustard powder, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, and Parmesan cheese in here as well. And so the way that we do this is we go 1, 2, 3. And the flour and the egg creates somewhat of a glue to then bond the breadcrumbs to the product. And it's very important that you go in that stage. And your hands might get a little bit dirty doing this.
Freddie, are your hands getting dirty?
Yeah, right? We should have Freddie do it. I also went ahead and split the chicken breast. Because there's so much stuff on this salad, you don't need an entire chicken breast. Saves a little bit of money. And I cut them in half like this, long ways. And what that's going to do is that's going to make this chicken breast cook fast and not have to go in the oven. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, you have a wet hand and a dry hand when you're breading things. This is the chef's trick, okay? So this is going to be my wet hand. Flour it, shake it off, and then into the egg wash. And you don't want excess egg wash. If it's kind of clumpy and falling off there, that means that it didn't get beaten enough, and you've got like kind of unscrambled eggs. And then right into these nice cheesy breadcrumbs. I've never made this recipe in my life, so I'm hoping that I don't look like a fool for y'all and that it turns out. But it smells great, looks great.
There's a woman named Colleen that has watched every one of our videos. Whoa, don't put your face in that. And she made steam burgers.
Oh, nice. Yeah, a lot of you guys made steam burgers. That's pretty awesome. I love getting the pictures of what everybody makes. So I just washed my hands to get the chicken off.
Ta-da! What'd you make?
A pie.
Oh.
And now I'm going to drop these onions right here into the liquid.
Someone's gonna try making the cod tonight.
Good job. Okay, so I
I
dropped
have one.
these onions into the liquid.
Okay, just retell people what you're making right now.
So this is the pickled onions. It's just the ingredients, the wet ingredients for the onions. Brought it to a boil, sliced the onion, brought it to a boil, and then I'm going to pop that in there.
So the recipe for steam burgers and anything else that we've done is on Instagram. Right, Gabe?
Yep, they're all on my homepage. You just look at
And
those little circles below.
We
my
lost,
picture.
you know, it's hard. We're having a hard time keeping track of the videos and getting them all, but people are also like recording them and sending them to us, so that's been really helpful.
Should be going on. These should starting now be going on YouTube.
Yeah.
So the onions are just sitting back there, kind of covered up, and we're just gonna hang out and let those chill for a second, and I'm gonna refrigerate them before we eat. Grabbing the chicken.
I need a touch of water in here.
A touch of water?
Water in here.
Okay. I'll get the water.
This is another process that can be done way ahead of time.
Oh, you're adding water to your pie crust.
Wow.
It's gonna get messy.
That's progressive. I mean, it looks...
Oh.
No, that's too much water, too much water.
No, thanks. Don't do that.
Make a hole in the middle. No, stop. Make a hole in the middle of it to hold the water.
Oh, now my hands are messy. Here.
You can't have the camera crew.
I need more arms.
So once again, the chicken can be breaded like this at a time, a couple hours, up to probably a day at a time, and just left in the fridge for when you're ready to rock.
Someone made the chicken and broccoli fettuccine that you taught at that
nice.
cooking class.
Nice.
Said it was really good.
Turned out well. Good. Yeah, so we're doing this, then Friday's going to be braised chicken with mashed potatoes.
Is it going to be like lemony chicken or?
I think like a mushroom. I don't know. What kind of chicken do we want? What do we want in our braised chicken? I was thinking like maybe cocoa lime would be good. Alright, so we've got those breaded up. Sadly, because there was chicken in all of this stuff, it's no longer good. You can't really save it. But you do need kind of more than you think you need to get a good crust. You probably could have gone with a little bit less of that breading, but...
People are needing Freddie's recipes. Freddie, you got to write a cookbook, son. People want...
Oh, old Freddie Fieri here with his glasses on the back of his head?
Yeah, Freddie Fieri.
It's pronounced Fieri.
He also draws on our walls, so...
Yeah, right? Just like Guy Fieri does.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've got our chicken cutlets. We've got our onions pickled.
So when do the ingredients get posted for these? Like a day or the morning of?
Either the morning, like I wrote this recipe at 5 o'clock this morning.
And they're on Instagram.
Yeah, they get. I write the recipes and then I give them to someone to juice them up because I don't have those kind of Instagram skills. I know you all want them a little bit earlier, but I don't always know what we have to cook with.
Yeah, we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants with this situation. We're trying to cook everything that's in our house.
I'm working on getting them a little bit earlier. I am taking suggestions for how you want to see braised chicken. If you have any ideas, I'm not saying I will necessarily follow it. So let's go ahead and these onions are going to go in the fridge so that they're going to be nice and cooled down.
Can you get a close up? It'll smell good.
A lot of sugar to balance that vinegar, and then the Zinfandel vinegar, the cat's vinegar, is actually a little bit on the sweet side Yeah, already. It's a new vine Zinfandel that they make that vinegar out of, so it has a little bit of more bricks in it. Okay, let's go ahead and make the BCD. Some buttermilk, sour cream, apple cider vinegar, blue cheese crumbles.
Somebody wants the cabbage salad from Kennard. That would be good with the mashed potatoes, right?
You want the cabbage salad? Yeah.
Smells so good.
What smells so good? You guys put a shirt on.
Put a shirt on. Go put clothes on.
No, like, can I have an orange or something to eat?
We're-
Okay, and then so instead of the blue cheese dressing, we're going to be making some apples for kids. Do you want some
love
apples?
apples.
You want some apples too, Chef?
Yeah.
You want us to be eating on the job?
Babette. And then come back and get your apples. Put some clothes on and then come back.
Listen to Mom.
I'm gonna get my here. Up there and get.
You want to take some to Gus?
Alright. So we're going to make this blue cheese dressing here. Sidetracked as life happens, you know. So I'll take this shallot real quick. If you can't get shallot at the store, red onion will work, white onion just minced really finely. We use tons of shallots in professional restaurant kitchens because it's just a little bit more of a delicate onion flavor than your standard onion, but it's going to work great if you're at home.
Mora wants you to do the pressed veal that
Yeah.
you made at Le
Oh
Pigeon.
yeah, that's lofty expectations there, Miss Mara. That was before we wrote recipes down. Okay, so I'm going to just mince this shallot up here real quick.
Can you turn it down, Babette? Thanks. People will hear the Frozen music. Oh, somebody wants you to do beef cheek. I think you should do beef cheek bourguignon.
Yeah, I don't. Beef cheek's probably not going to happen because of the quantity I have to buy, but I would love to do short rib bourguignon for
Yeah,
you guys.
just some kind of cow.
You could, you know, beef cheeks are tough to get in small quantities, but short rib bourguignon would be great. All right, shallot. A little bit of vinegar. I know I'm not following the recipe exactly, but that's because I wrote it. But it does work if you follow what I wrote down. So this is maceration when you take the shallots and the vinegar. We can let that sit for a second. I like to add the cheese for this maceration. And then we have some left for our crumbles on our salad.
Casey's watching. He says hi.
Nice. Hi, Casey.
The shirt is from Sheridan. And
Support your local businesses.
can you buy it there?
I don't know. Sick tie-dye though, huh?
Yeah.
Wait until you see our tie-dye party happen during this.
Yeah, we
quarantine.
definitely need to have a
I
time.
need some more sprinkles on
You think you need some more sprinkles?
this.
What color? Chocolate or rainbow? You're the chef. Pick the ingredients.
Rainbow.
Rainbow. Put your hands out.
So we use our pans are Finex.
So we're just, well, the sous chef over here, or the pastry chef I should say, I'm really excited for dessert tonight. I'm going to chop this other shallot up real quick, and that's going to marinate our tomatoes while we let the... How is that? Is it good? What kind of pie are you making? Like, what's the name of it? Sprinkle pie? You can come up with a better name for it.
This is how COVID gets spread.
Yeah. All right. Oh. So we've got the blue cheese, the shallots. I'm just gonna give a little dash of this here, Tabasco. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You know, if you can't afford Finex, I have found for like the kids' school auctions and gift baskets, I find cast iron pans on Craigslist all the time.
Craigslist or yeah, like Goodwill and stuff. Finex is my go-to choice, but yeah, it's an artisanal, handcrafted product, and it's like, you know, the kind of thing that's great for a Christmas present, birthday present.
I think that might be broken.
I agree. Luckily, we have our backup. That's probably why it was the backup, huh?
Yeah, I think
Then
it just
the front's
went.
up right here.
I just kept putting it up in the cabinet.
All right. I like a lot of cracked black pepper.
Somebody wants to know if Freddie's part Asian.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing the 23andMe soon to find out.
No, he's not Asian, but he has been. Everyone thinks he is Hapa or half Asian since he was born, and he's just maybe got a beautiful Asian spirit, but he's not that we know of.
No. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You nervous over there? Any questions coming in?
It's definitely your child. Look at him.
All right, sour cream.
Oh, Aaron Lewis. Wait, you won the basket at the last. Oh, the one from Le Pigeon for View Acres?
No, the Steamburgers.
Oh.
Right?
No. I don't know.
Oh.
He says he loves a cookbook. I think that's from View Acres.
Oh, nice. Okay, so this is just sour cream, blue cheese, vinegar, shallots, little Tabasco, little salt, and black pepper. And then this buttermilk just acts where normally you would add like olive oil to a vinaigrette with the vinegar to.
Oh, cool! It is View Acres.
To make it like thin it out. This buttermilk.
Thanks for buying it. I worked real hard. I made a lot of auction baskets, but that was obviously milk.
Why not?
Oh,
Okay, so you can play with the consistency if you like a thinner dressing or a thicker dressing. But I think for this, we're going to just... There you go. And that's just a nice homemade blue cheese dressing. Secret little known fact, I like hate like store-bought mayonnaise, best foods or anything like that. It like gives me the heebie-jeebies. So that's why I love this blue cheese dressing, because it's sour cream and buttermilk and it doesn't use mayo. Okay.
Oh, somebody made dad rice. They
Nice.
loved it.
Cherry tomatoes, we're going to marinate these. It's good. Buttermilk sprinkles, huh? Buttermilk sprinkles should be the name of like one of your elves' friends. I'm going to cut these guys in half. What do the elves bring you after your nap? Mm.
So I have a really good parenting hack to get Freddie to take a nap. I told him that there are elves that live in the birdhouses around our house, and they don't like it when toddlers cry. And so if he takes a nap without throwing a fit, then they leave him little candy or cookies on his pillow after his nap. Mom rice. Somebody tried mom rice. I have another mom rice, which is Spanish mom rice. It's taco rice. I put taco seasoning, beans, and corn in the rice cooker all together.
With the Trader Joe's carnitas.
With carnitas, but you don't have to have carnitas in there. Who's going to clean that up when you're all done, Freddie?
I thought bacon would be less of a mess than soup, but I was dead wrong.
That's way worse. Yeah.
Scrub them. Scrub. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Get the bath. Shake, shake, shake.
Oh, sleep fairies. Somebody calls them sleep fairies. Oh, so I'm not. Yeah, a lot of people are doing the elves. It's a little terrifying, and
Here
it's
you go.
a great idea. It's. I mean, he believes it, so it's working. Okay, so our rice cooker does work. It was our GFCI. We had brought home a waffle maker from the restaurant, and I was using it to make waffles, and it kept blowing our electric sockets. And once we figured it out, the rice cooker works.
Some of that is
No, that's spice. That's spice. You don't want it. It's spice. So I'm macerating these tomatoes so we can get them nice and tasty.
Yeah, so the rice cooker still works.
I'm gonna,
It's a nasty old thing, though. We
Hey,
should get a new
Ben
one.
Jacobson right here. You should be honored that Freddie is using some of your black garlic salt in his sprinkle pie recipe, as are we on our cherry tomato maceration. Say thanks, Ben, Freddie. Say thanks, Ben.
Tell Ben thank you for the salt. No? All right.
not coming out.
Yeah, you got like a real situation here. And I'm concerned about what I'm going to do when this is over.
All right. Getting a clove of garlic in here.
It's not
Salt, Tabasco. I'm gonna put a little bit. We put a little bit of black pepper on them. Shallot.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
No! Are you going to eat that?
Take a bite.
Are you going to cook it?
Gross.
Is it good?
Yeah.
So all of these creations, he's making us save actually in the fridge, and then he checks on us like the next day, make sure we didn't do anything with
So
it.
what is he eating?
And
Here, try his pie.
he made a pie, a sprinkle pie. You need clothes on. Stop. I know what you're doing.
Hey. Okay. Get back to the task at hand here. Shallot, black pepper, Tabasco, a little bit of that cat's vinegar, olive oil, a little bit of black garlic salt from Jacobson. You can use any salt, but I love, Ben's a friend of mine, and so I have a lot of his stuff in our house, and I love just reaching in and grabbing what we use. That's good to go. So now it's kind of just finishing this guy up. Let's come over here. We're gonna cook. Oh, there you go, Babette.
Hey. Ew, no.
What? You don't want to try his pie?
No.
This
What
is
is
our
in it?
this is our canola blend oil.
What is that stuff? A pie.
Yeah, duh. Doesn't it look like a pie?
Yeah, but
Haven't you ever had pie?
what's in it? Sprinkles and what is it made out of?
Tootsie dough. Taste it. He's eating it.
It's
I mean, just because things don't look good doesn't mean they don't taste good. You have to learn to try things.
Can I make my own pie?
He used all the dough.
I know, but can I make like
All right.
tortilla pie? Or can I make a soup?
So, got our chicken right here.
What is the canola oil blended with?
It's 75% canola oil, 25% olive oil.
Birthday pie for Dad.
It's a birthday pie for Dad.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you, Babette. I need this actually. Grab another one. Grab one.
How do you clean your Finex pans?
It depends on what I've cooked in them. Sometimes I clean them with
Hold on. That's a super noisy pan.
soap and water. Sometimes I just wipe them out, but I always, if I use it, even if I have to clean it with water, I always add a little touch, like a tablespoon of oil, brush it in the pan, and then I heat it up to dry it out and re-season it. So I chopped up the iceberg lettuce. I just cut it in a quarter, cut out the stem. Again, jeez Louise, man. I guess.
Just push your stool over there and wash your hands. Babette, why are you filling up a bowl of water?
Well, I can't. And they're dirty.
Yes, you can get down and then move your stool to the
All
sink.
right, last time, and then no more cooking for you, okay?
Yummy.
I can't start a project for you right now because we're right in the middle of trying to film this, okay? Remember what I talked about being super helpful?
All right. So we're cooking. We're not on full heat. Our pan is warm. The nice thing about the cast iron, especially the Finex, is it stays nice and warm. And now with these chicken cutlets, you don't want to go too hot because there's the cheese in there. And so you want them to cook and brown, but not burn. Whoever said don't overcrowd your pans is overrated.
Have you ever heard of anyone using salt to clean a cast iron pan?
Yep, for sure. This is hot, that's hot oil. Nope, you're gonna eat that for dinner. You have your pie over there, but we're not cooking anymore, Buster.
Why don't you go check on Gus?
Let's see what he's building. So see how that's simmering and searing, but not going crazy on you? And this is gonna cook for a couple minutes each side. And we're gonna cook these, flip them, remove them, drain a little bit of the oil, and then we're gonna brown our bacon off in the same pan.
No, we're not going to get ingredients out of there, please. Oh, well, if you need it, it's still no. No.
No more, no more. Go see Gus.
You know what, honey? Listen.
Oh, man.
Hey, you got to do a lot of cooking stuff, but we don't want to just keep wasting things here. I know, but you know what? We're going to use up all that stuff, and then we're not going to have it to cook with later.
So these are looking real nice. I'm going to just kind of check them out, make sure that nothing burns. I think heat control is an important thing when you're cooking at home, and that's one of the reasons I love cast iron. A thin pan is just going to burn the shit out of stuff. Nice thick bottom cast iron pan, once it gets hot, it holds that heat. And then you can get it hot and you can kind of turn the flame down and you can have some control here. So we've just been cooking this for a couple minutes. Let's go ahead and flip it over and see what happens. Oh yeah, I've got a nice crust there. GBD as it's called in the business. Golden brown and delicious.
Why wouldn't you cook the bacon first? Someone wants to know.
Because I want to have the oil be nice and clean for the Parmesan and the breadcrumbs. You're not going to ruin dinner if you do that though, but I feel like I want more control for this part of the process. And this smells amazing if you can. I'm very excited and happy to be eating this. Okay, so.
What's your earliest childhood food memory?
My grandmother, who is Australian, my earliest childhood food memory, there's a couple. One of them is cream of broccoli soup. I had my grandmother making me a wonderful cream of broccoli soup. And that was one of the first times that I ever ate food, kind of stopped and said, oh, I want more of this. This is like, it's really hitting all these senses. Another one is something that I actually made. I think I was asked by Karen Brooks, the Portland Monthly, to come up with a recipe that made me think of childhood. And I made something called dad noodles, which we have dad rice. I know we're not really trying to be too redundant here. But I'm going to turn this off and let these sit here for just a second while they finish browning up. But my mom went out of town and my dad made some sort of concoction with top ramen noodles, frozen breaded prawns, and like sugar and soy sauce. And I remember that being like the bee's knees dinner. And I recreated it for a dish of the menu.
Oh my God, that's so gross.
So we're gonna dress this lettuce with some of this blue cheese dressing. And as is the case with the Caesar dressing we made last week, hey, to bed. This leaves you more than enough dressing for this recipe, so you have some in your fridge. So we've got our dressed salad. I'm going to remove these cutlets from the pan.
Oh, that's called Crusted.
Oh, yes. I think someone said your hat means home in Chinese, but
In Japanese.
Japanese.
It's a restaurant in Texas.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to drain some of this fat. And then I'll add our bacon.
It's chicken, not salmon. Okay, stop eating sprinkles, please.
Hey guys,
You gotta put that away.
Put that away.
That's enough, Babette.
What about that
You know better.
Using the same tool I used for flipping the chicken. So I've used only 2 pans. And as you can tell, having a professional chef cook in your kitchen, it's not a mess at all. And then what I'm going to do, even though we're not having a dinner party, I'm going to pretend like we are. And so we've got this nice bowl that has the actual salad that's dressed, ingredient-wise.
No, it's not down the sink. It was in a can. He poured it in a can.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out the ingredients, and we're going to kind of create a little platter we can take to the dinner table, and then people can build their own Cobb salads. So these cherry tomatoes are looking really beautiful.
Can I try one?
Which market has the best bacon in Portland?
I haven't tried them all, but I like Sheridan. I'm wearing this shirt. I love shopping there. They cure their own bacon. It's really nice. This is Newski's brand bacon, which is real nice and smoky. And then we'll, how is it, Babette?
Bad.
Bad? Thank you. Excellent.
You know, the wooden bowl is just, it was a wedding gift,
right?
and it is seeing better days. It's gotten its use for sure. I don't know where it's from. Might be like Crate and Barrel or something. Nope. I don't. Oh, you know what? That's something your parents brought back, I think, from South America. Right?
Blue cheese crumbles, because we might want some more of that.
Buddy, let's get you some water.
I'm going to go ahead and give the egg a little bit of that Jacobson salt on top as well. The bacon's cooking.
Okay, how is it?
We'll do avocado. I will have an avocado that's a little on the firm side, not too much, but I'm not a fan of it when it gets too soft.
Okay, Freddie.
I like to cut it in quarters and then just peel it back like that, rather than scoop it out with a spoon. And that's how I know I have an avocado that I like, is if it just peels.
Dad, can I have one?
You want some avocado? Get off of that, that's almost broken. Don't you think you've been chefing enough, dog?
Water.
Here you go.
He's a little monster.
Where did I get these stems from?
I cut them from outside in the garden.
Okay. I'm going to turn the heat down a little on this bacon. So
And if anyone has any questions, you're welcome to type it in and I'll read it out for Gabe.
Hey, give me that back.
Oh my gosh.
Get off of this. Get out of here.
We're not playing guitar in here. Freddie, stop. You're out of here, man. No more
Go,
video
go.
time for you.
You're out of the kitchen. Pack your knives and go.
You just got fired.
You can go extra crispy, a little bit less, depends. I'll go ahead and cut up some of these cutlets here. I'm real excited about this.
What's whose shoe size? Gabe's?
17?
Your shoe size?
12.
Oh. Austin loves you. Cook with the left hand says.
Mm.
Are you still working out at home?
Mm-hmm. I ran today.
What are the best herbs to cook with a lamb loin chop?
What are the best what?
Herbs to cook with a lamb loin chop.
Rosemary probably would be, or thyme. Sage. It just depends on the recipe more than or what you want to accompany it with. I mean, we're in spring too, so you could get I love lamb with radishes and some tarragon and mint might be nice.
What's your favorite knife brand?
The cheapest ones I get. I'm not a good knife person.
Can you do a vegetarian dish one time?
Yeah, we're doing the omelet on Sunday afternoon at noon. We're going to do the canard perfect omelet with butter lettuce salad and a nice French vinaigrette.
Would you ever compete on Top Chef?
It looks kind of hard. But I'm really proud of what my friend Gregory Gordeau's re-recorded. So then some hot bacon bits. Or right there. And then we'll take this to the table with this, and everybody will get to kind of make their own salad. Bring a nice baguette, and that's that.
What would you make with frozen artichoke hearts?
I love soup. Soup is great. They work great for like a spinach artichoke dip as well. You can make a ravioli filling with them. Frozen artichoke hearts. If you have leftovers, A, this would make a great salad tomorrow. B, if you do have some bread, this is going to make an amazing leftover sandwich. Oh, yeah. Can someone remind us of that?
Yeah.
Man, people are really on it, aren't they?
Yeah. They also really want you to do Top Chef. And when are you?
Next week. Oh, wait, when did we do it? We did it on Sunday? Tomorrow night, or Friday.